Hi everyone, this is Fitch the Hedgehog and welcome to this video. I'm here with my Kermit and well, actually I'm super excited because I just received the newest addition to my Kermit collection. Now, I've been collecting Kermits for years actually, but here is kind of hard to find. So I just took with me the plush that I could purchase, and I was quite excited about some purchases, like for example this guy who came from the Disney store in Antwerp, which closed down, unfortunately. I think it's just such a pity. I love that store for some reason. Yeah, of course, who doesn't like the Disney store? But yeah, Kermit was there. I just adopted him by then. And he's been with me ever since. And, well, Katie also helped me to keep up my collection. Like, for example, that little Kermit over there. An adorable one as well. And also one that I really love so much. Now I have my Star Wars Jack Specifics figures over there. Kylo's lightsaber also always drops, so I just let it in front of him. But also an adorable Kermit I'm super excited about was this guy here. Now never mind, I always dress my Kermits, so this is why they wear such girlish clothes. It was kind of hard to find something male for him. So I just put clothes on him that fit them. This is a very old vintage Kermit. I have no idea from which year he is. He has like Velcro on his hands and on his feet. And I just came across him in the thrift shop. I just took him with me right away. He has a very long muzzle. It's actually very accurate, actually. Some of my Kermits don't really have a very long muzzle. Anyway. Now you have the very bright colored Kermit and the rather darker one. I'm just going to call this the Jim Henson one. I don't really know if the puppet actually was remade in a different color. I have no idea, but I have this really dark Kermit and I have like brighter avocado or lime green Kermits. Anyway, I'm just super excited because, well, my newest addition is here and I'm just going to have a look. So, let's see. Very curious Kermit. He's such a sweetheart. I have plenty of red-eyed tree frogs around me. Here you have one. And some others. And the big large one right over there. Now this is a little Constantine plush. Still have to pull him out of the box. I can't believe I actually missed this guy in store or in the website, on the website, sorry. So I have no idea actually when they actually made him, when they released him. I was actually hoping they would make a plush of him and I didn't know they actually did. So there he is. I've been looking for the DVD in a French version and a Flemish version, but unfortunately I only have the English one. I like the English one, of course, but no one sells a DVD anymore. Oh man, his coat is so soft. That's amazing. And he has beans in his... I was going to say in his ass, but he has beans in his butt. There you go. He's such a sweetie. Oh my god. Look at him. I have two Kermits actually like this. This is the one I use. As you can see, he's quite used and he wears baby born outfits. This guy has his outfit coming with him. I was actually looking on eBay when I was last watching the movie to see if I could find one like this. This Disney store. His feet are still quite hard. Just gonna take this off. So this is a general overview. He's about 17 or 18 inches tall. Actually, he's the same size as Kermit. They look quite much like each other. There you go. Hey, look. Looks like they're green. The green of my Kermit is a bit brighter. They might have corrected this, his coloring on this plush. And this guy has a closed mouth and he's pretty firmly stuffed. And his eyes also feel different. But that just might still be, yeah, that might be an issue on my Kermit. His eyes are rather used and so used that you can actually, yeah, there's nothing new on them left. So yeah. Even has like I'm not gonna call this a wrinkle, but even has this flap under his, which is very accurate actually. And here as well. He has like a little border on his mouth, so you can actually see it come from here. And his mad face. His eyes are really sweet. And I'm glad actually to feel that his coat is really nice material. It's super soft. My Kermit here doesn't have anything that feels exactly like this. But I'm glad to... well, I'm never disappointed about the plush from the Disney store. That's amazing. The nice thing, you can just hold him in your arms like this. And he's just super soft. Like this, he comes dressed like all my Kermits. So yeah, this is just sweet. He's like just enveloped in his, or wrapped in his little, hello, in his little coat. Or it's like a fleece throw on him. It is amazing. The quality is just awesome. And he's really nice condition too. So he's not tagged. But I was glad I found one that, well, of course, I paid something for him. Yeah. Like this. I seem to enjoy it. I paid something for this guy, of course, but I was glad I found a deal. Because it wasn't particularly easy. This guy is mostly described as rare. Tell me in the comments below if you know how rare he actually is. I know he shouldn't be in store anymore, but still I'm glad I have him like this. Because this is just... I really like the movie as well. Unfortunately, I can't find any more of the Muppets or the Muppets Most Wanted on DVD. I have 2 DVDs, but like I've said, I'm looking for the right version. Never mind. So, I think I'm just gonna take my newer looking Disney Store Kermit and then maybe we can make a little comparison. And here are the boys. Now, let's have a look. Well, indeed, I think they did a little correction on Constantine's skin color, which is much more, yeah, well, it's hard to describe, but I think it's more like a stronger shade of green. Still, both colors are very accurate. Also on this Kermit, his feet are still kind of stiff, but this guy's in a much more newer condition than my used Kermit here. This was my very first Kermit, and his feet are like really bent, and also his toes stick out everywhere. So, well, it's still a really sweet plush. Now this guy, of course, is his mouth open. Sometimes actually his muzzle is a bit short, but this plush, of course, still looks very accurate. It's not actually like my Kermit here, which has this very straight, sharp, not exactly sharp, but rather long muzzle. Also his lip here is very finished. So, there we go. Now they both have beans in their butt. And now the most obvious difference between those two frogs actually is the look in their eyes. That's actually the main difference between Constantine and Kermit. Well, at least if you ask me. When you actually see Kermit, his eyes or his pupils are rather curved, which give him a very sweet and lovely look. Also, his muzzle is rather straight and long, just like on this plush here. See the difference? While Constantine's look is rather, well, the look in his eyes is rather straight. He doesn't have curved pupils, and also his muzzle is rather curved. And mostly, he always has like a permanent scowl on him, on his eyes. So that's actually, well, an obvious difference, according to me, actually, because Kermit always has this really sweet and friendly look. Now you have Constantine with his mad face, and also the way he's actually moving his jaws in a chewing movement. A bit toad-like, if you ask me. But of course, yeah, that is really the character. I can actually detach this. I don't think so. I don't think you can actually detach escape. Yes, you can just cut through with scissors here, but there's an attachment which is not supposed to be detached. So I cannot take his clothes off. Also, very obvious difference on the two frogs is actually the collar, but it's hard to see Constantine's collar because of his coat. Constantine has a very short collar, while Kermit has like really long pins on his collar. But these plush are in general kind of similar. It's just that they represent a different character. And I think they look absolutely gorgeous, both of them. And this guy, well, I think they did a really nice finishing on his coat. Just mind the pet hair on his coat. And, well, as you can just put this over his head and then hold him like this, and it's like he's actually sleeping. But he feels so incredibly soft. Really, it's like holding a baby. So this makes plush really cuddly, according to me. This is actually what I really like about cuddly plush. And yeah, you're awake again. That makes me talk to them. That's the problem. So, he has the same very long fingers. You can actually see the color difference. Actually, I think, who has the longest fingers? I mean, Kermit. Kermit has the longest fingers. Who has the longest toes? So there you go. Amazing plush. Can't help, I'm definitely going to use this guy. I'm just going to, yeah, I think I'm gonna watch the movie after this. Just watched it not so long ago. And I was like, oh man, I want a Constantine plush. And I had a look. I just selected a nice deal. So, yeah, there you go. He just came. How about you, Kermit? So actually his eyes here do feel a bit different. But I think this plush also does well as a nice sculpture. And the coloring, actually, the contrast between this strong green shade of green, I'm just going to call it green, and his dark coat, and then that straight look in his eyes, just totally the character. And this plush is a must-have if you really like the movie. It's just amazing. I never thought it would be just so nice. So, there you go. These are my froggies. And there's my Kermit, which is also dressed. As you can see, his condition is a bit different. But this Kermit has been lying next to me for at least 2 years. I never slept with this guy, but his eyes are yellowing a bit. So I just let him stay in open daylight. He's yellowing anyway, and it doesn't really matter how much he's yellowing. I just love him. I always love him. This is probably one of my most favorite plush. Also one of my most valuable and most precious thrift shop finds. Yay! Yay! So, I think this is going to be it for this video. Is there anything else I can show you? Now I got this one back actually when the Muppets came out. There were like plenty of Muppets items. And I think I still have a nice item of the Muppets left. If I can actually show you. This little book I made. And this is what I have left from the Disney store when the Muppets came out. I used this a lot. Now back to the boys. Now actually maybe I can show you one last thing before ending this video. I just got this actually for Constantine for around his neck. Now I have a K for Kermit. There you go. He has been having this for so long now, and he still wears his loom band, apparently. But because it's covered, doesn't really dry out the loom band, and it can stay on his neck for long. So I'm gonna put this around his neck. I have a nice picture of Constantine as well. That says, he's like a super mad face, and on his shirt it says, "I'm not Kermit." That was just so sweet. I just hope this fits. I'm just gonna show you. And I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. And I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.